Sup peeps, my name's Ian. I sell books on eBay. Got a lot going out today. This is Sunday, but I'm picking and packing for tomorrow morning. I'll have to do this over a few different sessions because there's an awful lot going out and I've got other things to do in between. But let's get cracked on anyway and see where we can begin, which would be with David Walliams. 3 David Walliams paperbacks. So, no huge ridiculous individual sales so far for Monday morning, but I picked up 350 books earlier on today, so I'm hoping there's a couple of goodies in there that may sell quite quickly. If I get them listed in time, you never know. Some of them might even be going out tomorrow morning. I'll do a wee run through of everything I've picked up, but first I need the space to work, so let's get all the orders that I've picked so far packed up and out the way. Now, I'm running low on supplies, which is a tad frustrating because my deliveries have still not arrived, but we'll do the best with what we've got. And worst case scenario, I'll need to pack the last few up tomorrow. But it won't be the end of the world, everything will still go out on time. Anyway, 3 David Walliams paperbacks, which weigh 950 grams, and they are going to SE18, and they paid a total of £7.63 for those 3 books. Oh, into the pile. Right, next up we've got a stack of CJ Sansom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 CJ Sansom paperbacks. These will be over 2 kilos. Yaha, they are. So I'll get these into one big package. And what did we get for these? What did these sell for? I can't find the right bit on the screen. £13.65. So a tenner for the 6 books, and then the postage on top of that. So a good deal for someone. These 2. Tape. So my adjusted, continuously improved strategy seemed to work yesterday and overnight. So we're at 60 books in total over the 24-hour period, which is not bad. That might just be that we're getting into that time of year, or it might be because of what I did. I don't really know. We'll see if it persists or not. But I don't set up a control group, I just make a change, and if sales improve, then sales improve, and certainly overnight, or over the day and overnight, they went up. Let's see, if that persists, then it's likely down to the change. If it doesn't, then it was just a blip, as happens now and again. 2,800 grams, 2.8 kilos, going to SY11. So that's a bigger parcel. And out of the pile it goes. Next, we've got another big bundle. This falls over. So some big bundles going out. Cool, got a right old mix. Stuart McBride, Irvin Welsh, another Stuart McBride, Val McDermott, Elisa Jewell, Richard Osmond, another Lisa Jewell, two more, Karen Slaughter, and another Lisa Jewell. So that's, I think that's like 10 books, is it 10 books in total? Where are we? Yep, 10 books in total, £20.50 in total. That's what they sold for. So again, a couple of quid for each book. But that price is available because they're going out as one big Belton bundle. I'll make a few quid off of that. Let's see. Although I will work out my averages on like price profit per book sold, that's really just for me to be able to work out what I can expect to do if I go out and pick up 300 books, 500 books, whatever it is. But in the real world, as long as I make profit per order and that the profit justifies the amount of time it takes to pick them and pack them, then I'm quite happy with that. This is coming in at 3.5 kilos. I'm going to stick that in a box, which I'll do a little bit later. So I'll just sit them down there just now and I'll get through them afterwards. Right, next we've got another big bundle. It's just big bundles galore. This is a bundle of hardcovers and it's 5 Lee Child hardcover books. So nice stack of them going out. And again, this is going to be another heavy package. Yeah, what did 5 Lee Child books sell for? £15.65. So £6 of that's postage. £1.50 of that is what it cost me to get the books in the first place. And was it promoted listings? It wasn't promoted listings, so about £2.50 in fees. So again, I'm making £2 or £3 off of that. It's not crazy money, but if I can make £2 or £3 for every order, I'm quite glad to keep that going. It's not a particularly difficult thing to pack, so it justifies the effort required. Now that's another one for a box, so again I'll stick that down there with others and put them in a box later on. Right, a couple of wee single books going out. So next we have Scott Mariani, The Babylon Idol. This will have sold for, just wrap it up and I'll have a look. This sold for £6.60 in total, so £2.95 plus postage. So we'll stick that in one of our wee eBay bags. And that rolls. It weighs 350 grams and it's going to RG26. So enjoy your Scott Mariani. Scott Mariani, always pick them up. They're really good sellers. Always popular. I've never read them myself. But next up we've got a wee sci-fi effort, John Scalzi, Zoe's Tale. Really good condition, that one. Sci-fi and fantasy, I just grab them when I see them. Doesn't matter if I know who they are or not, because it's a bit of a niche market, although it's absolutely huge, obviously. You know, fantasy and sci-fi are incredibly popular, but it's a wee bit niche compared to James Patterson type thrillers. So if I see sci-fi and fantasy books, I just grab them. More often than not, they're not worth any more than anything different, but occasionally you'll find some random little paperback that's worth 30-40 quid for no other reason than it's out of print, limited run, and picked up a wee bit of a cult following. Not enough for the publishers to republish it, but enough for random paperbacks to be worth a couple of quid. This was not one of them. £2.85 plus postage, £6.50 all in, and it's heading off to L23. Right, I need to go and do something else just now, but by the magic of video editing, I'll be gone for a couple of hours, but you'll only be gone for a couple of seconds. And we're back. That was amazing, wasn't it? Just gone and I'm back, and I've been on for like 2 hours yet. It's been seconds. Anyway, let's crack on. Next thing up we have is Primo Levi. Is If This Is a Man and the Truce, or If This Is a Man, The Truce. Don't know if it's 2 books in one or what. Anyway, £6.50, so that's £25 plus postage, and it's going to SE3. So, nice books in nice condition. There's always a chance that they will sell, so worth picking up if the price is right. So 25p to make a pound. Well, less than a pound, but you know what I mean. Always worth a wee gamble. And Primo Levi is one of those that I would count in the kind of classics. So I'm not going as far back as Zola or Dickens even, but still a bit of a classic writer. So if people see the book and the copy that they want, they will buy it. I hope. That's the plan. It seems to work so far. Where's my scales on? It's 400 grams. Where did I say it was going to? SE3. So another one for the pile. Right. Let's get battered through these. Right, a stack of DVDs next. So £9.05 for this lot. Shawshank, a few dollars more. Equalizer, Gladiator, Django, and A Few Good Men. So 6 DVDs for £9.05. That's including postage. Only ever pick these up for like 10 pence each. So 60 pence into 9 quid. It's almost worth doing. But it's easy to, if you've got to go through the stock a shop had looking for valuable DVDs, it would take you ages, and you'd need to find stuff that was worth £10-15, and you'd probably need to find a couple, because it would take you potentially hours to go through hundreds and hundreds, scanning them all into your phone and getting dirty looks at the same time. Whereas if you accept that they're all going to sell for like £1 each, then all you need to do is pick them up by genre, age, actors, whatever it might be. So I always look for older movies. To me they seem quite modern, but you know, I suppose to a lot of folk they could be 20-30 years old and older. But look for those that you might consider to be older movies, or musicals, or horrors, or you know, pick a genre and go with it. Anyway, 700 grams, and these are going to G74, which isn't too far from here. G74, is that kind of, I'm going to guess Clarkston. Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? East Kilbride. Oh, knew it was around there somewhere. Anyway, East Kilbride for a bundle of DVDs. them in the pile and hope the pile won't fall over. Next up we've got another Lil 5 book bundle. Kathy Rees, Bones Are Forever, The Bone Codes, Exposure, Devil Bones and Cold Bones. So a nice wee stack of 5. We'll get them wrapped up. How much did somebody pay for 5 Kathy Rees books? I know that is the question on everybody's lips. What will the answer be? Well, the answer is £9.62. So that's buy 3 get 2 free, and then postage on top of that. I think I've got these listed for just like £1.99 each at the moment. So I've got a lot of them. Just want to keep them moving. It's another author that I nearly always see when I'm out, so I'm quite happy to just churn them out. Make a couple of quid selling 5 of them and get another load in and sell more. If I can get a bag out. Sweet fingers. Yeah, got it. So Kathy can go in her bag. So is that £9.62? It's self-promoted, yeah, so we get about £3 in fees, about £3 in postage, so making £2 or £3 off of that. But bearing in mind, I'm VAT registered, so the VAT that I pay on all my postage and packaging, I will get back in kind from the VAT man at the end of the quarter. BD22, and that's 1500 grams, or 1.5 kilos. No idea what it is in pounds and ounces. Right, next we've got a bundle of Rankin, 2 hardcovers and 2 paperbacks. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Beggar's Banquet, Even Dogs in the Wilds, Stand in Another Man's Grave, and Exit Music. Oh, is that going to be under 2 kilos? I think it might be just under 2 kilos, which is excellent from my point of view. As soon as hardcovers come into the mix, there's always that wee worry that it's going to take you into the costing £5 to post, but I price accordingly to allow for that. Anyway, these are going out to NR17, £13.10 for these 4. So, £3 in fees, £3 in postage, making £5 or £6 on that, and it will cost me £1 to buy those 4 books. So, I'll take it. Get that taped on there. We'll grab one of our elegant bags and slap it in there. Another one done, another one done, another one bites the dust. And let's just make sure I've teared the scales. Yep, we're at 0 and 1950. Oof. There we go, we didn't have too much to spare, but regular enough. NR17. Excellent. Right. Next, educational. So, anyone who's watched a few of the vids will have seen these in the past. Obviously, I'm up in Scotland, so I tend to pick up only Scottish school education books. I picked up another huge stack of them today, actually. So I'll be getting them listed up. That's Nat 5 Chemistry and Nat 5 Biology. And I think Nat 5 might be kind of GCSE type levels. Something like that. Something like that. And we'll get them in a bag. I'm assuming they're going somewhere in Scotland. EH4, so they're going through to Edinburgh. Get them in a bag. Slide them in. It's one of the few types of books that I don't bubble wrap because easier to pack and send without doing so. And they arrive in perfectly good condition. A lot of the books I send I could probably send without bubble wrap, but you don't want knackered up corners and such. 1300 grams, 1.3 kilos, what did I say, EH4. EH4, so good luck to somebody on their studies. And it's in the pile. Next. Oh, I've had these for a while. Picked up a huge big stack of Jacqueline Wilson books months ago, it feels like. Got them all listed up and they've just been sitting. No real well, a few people have looked at them, but no sales or anything. And then today, or yesterday afternoon, the first 5 sold. 3 paperbacks, a couple of hardcovers, a nice wee bundle of Jacqueline Wilson, which again I am hoping will be under the 2 kilos. For some reason the hardcovers are always monsters from her, yet the paperbacks are super skinny. It's a bit weird, but I'm hoping that it will still be under the 2 kilos to get these posted out. They're just $1.99 each on these books. A wee bit more for the hardcovers. No, $1.99 on all of them. That's something that they should adjust. So £9.62 in total for those 5 books. So somebody get them for less than a couple of quid each, which I think is a very good deal. And again, I'll make a couple of pound on that order. Nothing more, but nothing less neither. And again, with all these things, a couple of quid, is it worth it? Well, for the effort it takes to list them and then to pick them and pack them, yeah, I could do that 20, yeah, including listing, I can do that 20 times an hour. So if I'm making a couple of quid times 20, you're looking at £80 an hour, which would be lovely. Never works out quite like that, but you know what I mean. I think it's worth doing, as long as you're organised enough that you can chug them through. Right, another one for the pile. RG4 for Jacqueline Wilson. Right, we have another bundle of Lee Child. 3 more hardcovers. Better Off Dead, Worth Dying For, and No Plan B. Are these going to be under? These should be under 2 kilos. Lee Child books are usually 3 hardbacks are under 2 kilos. Ooh, 1,900. It's close, but I don't think a bit of bubble wrap and an envelope is going to take it over the 2 kilos. I sincerely hope not, anyway. Snip, snip. And yeah. Nearly done. There we go. Child all wrapped and taped into a bag. £11.65 for this order, so that's buy 2 get 1 free plus postage. I think 4 quid each I've got for the Lee Child hardcovers. So, Keaton doesn't want to go in its bag. Naughty Lee. There we go. And it's going to BB2. 1,950 again. Oh, living on the edge today. But because it's under 2 kilos, £1.29. Another 60 grams. That'll cost me 6 quid. So you can see those order sizes are quite important. Right. Now, I was in a place yesterday or Thursday. I don't even know what day it is. Well, it must have been Thursday. And they had about 30 of these. And I've had a stack of them, and I've sold one wee stack, and then the rest have just sat there for a while, so I'll just leave them. And as I was on my way home, somebody bought a bundle of them. So I'm kind of annoyed I never picked them up. But if they're still there next week when I'm back that way, I'll grab some more. But it's MC Beaton. So Death of a Hussy, Death of a Perfect Wife, Death of a Cad, Death of an Outsider, Death of a Gossip. MC Beaton is the author of Agatha Raisin and Hamish Macbeth. So, before Begbie became a nutter for Irvine Welsh, he was a little seaside detective. And MC Beaton wrote the books. So, Hamish Macbeth might be going all the way back to the 90s, I'm not sure. In fact, it must be, because it would have been before Trainspotting. So early 90s was the Robert Carlyle starring police detective show set in a picturesque Scottish seaside town, which I have visited, and for the life of me I can't remember the name of it. It's got a funny name, probably Port something. It's very nice. Up near Skye. Anyway, MC Beaton, another of these things. Right in, if you see a big bundle and you've got the space, pick them up, stick them in a corner, and wait till they sell. Which is what's happened with these. Let's see, I may have to see if I can grab the huge stack that I saw in the shop. Add to that listing. But anyway, MC Beaton is away to SK 13, £9.62 for 5 books. So that's my nice usual kind of £10 order that I like. Next, again, I've had a few of these for a while. I still pick them up even though I don't really sell them. Philip Reeves, Predator's Gold, Infernal Devices, and A Web of Air. If you don't know who that is, then you won't have heard of those books, but you might have heard of the Mortal Engines. They made a film out of it, which was alright. And I saw the film, I thought, that's one of those that looks like the books might be really, really, really good. So I went out and got the books. And it was like an original trilogy, and then another, and then a few prequels and such like. So I read the main 4, the trilogy plus 1, and they're great fun. Young adult fiction, but really, really good fun. A fantastic world he's created. So I love them. I think they're great. So when I see them, I buy them because I think other people must want them too because they're so fantastic. Turns out, nah, not many people do seem to want them. But that's 3 of them gone there, and I've been £2.50 each. But buy 2 get 1 free plus postage, something like that. So £8.65 for those 3 books that weigh 800 grams and are going to NG7. So enjoy them, NG7. I certainly did. Not those ones, I've not read those particular copies. I've got my own. Right, next. This one's a wee bit better. Hercule Poirot's Christmas. So there's a whole pile, I don't know if it's all of them, but a lot of Agatha Christie first editions got reissued as like facsimile copies. And I've got a big stack of them. And this is one of them. So this went for $14.99 plus postage. Fantastic condition. Hercule Poirot's Christmas. I wonder why that's just sold. This is the last of that bubble wrap roll. So I really do need the next lot to arrive very, very soon. Well, I won't be getting much more sent out because I need to wrap my books before I send them. I'll use that last bit for this. It's a nice book. Let me make sure it's well packed and protected. All bundled in there. And into a bag it goes. We'll do that. Stick it on there and get away. 350 grams. And did I say where it was going to? pH3. For Agatha Christie. And the last order was by the person that wrote Agatha Raisin, although it wasn't Agatha Raisin books. How intriguing, or not? Another author that I picked up a big bundle in one go, and they've not really sold, but now some of them have. Lindsay Davis seems to be kind of a Roman detective stories. Never heard of her, never seen them before, but £1.99 each, buy 3 get 2 free, £9.62 for 5 little books. And I've got one little bit of bubble wrap left at the end of the previous roll, which I can use to get these ones wrapped up. And then that'll be me until I get more wrap, which is really quite annoying. But right on there. Stick it all down like a Halloween clown. No idea what that means, but I've said it now. Right. Yeah. Frustratingly, I've got 3 orders left to wrap at the moment. 3? Yes, 3 left to go. So I'll just show you what they are, and then I do have other wee bits and pieces of bubble wrap and such like scattered around, so I'll show you what these are, and then I'll just go and find the wrap and do them all separately. 1400 grams for Lindsay Davis, heading to ST15. Right, into the pile. Right, the last 3 gone out is a little bundle of kiddies books. So we've got 4 Isadora Moon books. Goes to the fair, goes to a wedding, goes on a school trip, as a sleepover, and then Gangsta Granny to go with them as well. One bundle. We've got a slightly older edition of Lord of the Flies, which I think is getting remade again at the moment. Be interesting to see what they do. If you see the way everything's going, it was well, what's Lord of the Flies? A load of wee boys stuck in an island, going back to their wild state. So Piggy was picked on and bullied because he was overweight and wore glasses. So we can't be picking on people because they're overweight, we can't be picking on people because they're glasses, we can't have it all little boys. So I wonder what they'll do with it. Might work. I've got a horrible feeling they're going to absolutely ruin it if they try and make it modern, relevant, woke, whatever it is. Could be a load of wee girls instead of wee boys, but would that make it any different? Is it even worse bullying a wee girl because she's overweight and wears glasses? Will they make them different some other way? Who knows? Anyway, Lord of the Flies is going out, and the Gormenghast trilogy by, who's that wrote that one again? What's their name? Oh aye, Mervyn Peake. So I just picked that up the other day. It's a bit fluffy on top. All dusty, gone now. And that went for well, the bundle of Isadora Moon went for £12.20. Gormenghast went for £25 plus postage, so that's £6.50, and the same for Lord of the Flies. So again, not spectacular, but you know, all of these resales add up and will finally buy me a packet of chocolate digestives. Anyway, I will be back in the morning because I'll have another wee load to get packed up before I go to the post office tomorrow morning, Monday morning, and then that'll be a kind of full weekend's run that you'll have seen, which means this is going to be a stupidly long video. I'll see if I can actually edit it down a wee bit so as not to bore you all to tears, but that's all for now. I'll see you in the morning. Goodbye. And we're back. This is Monday morning, and we've got about another dozen orders to go out that came in over the weekend, so it's been not a bad weekend at all. Still at the average end of things, so hopefully it'll pick up more. But as things had plummeted over the last few weeks, it's quite nice to see it coming back up to an almost sustainable level. Anyway, let's crack through what we've got. A few bundles, a couple of slightly more different orders, and only one non-book order, so that's quite good. First up, for £9.62, 5 Danielle Steele paperbacks. £1.99 each. Buy 3 get 2 free. It's a fairly standard deal. And my bubble wrap has run out and my new order has not arrived, so I'm having to be a wee bit more creative in how I get these packaged up nice and safely. So I've got a couple of big chunks of pallet wrap which I am using to gather the books all together. Forgot to get my skizzers. And then I'll pad them up with some tissue paper scraps, etc., to protect the edges, and they will go in a bag as normal. It's a bit more convoluted, but the delivery has to come today, but it might not show up till like 7 o'clock tonight, so I want to get these out to the post office, so I will do my best just to get them all wrapped up and out as they are, which is really, I think, the best I can do. It does mean using a lot more tape, so forgive the noise. Get these scrabbled around here. Make sure I'm not putting tape onto the books. The wrap is on it. I'll tape it over here to try and keep that away from your ears. There we go. So I know that just drowns everything out. Put one across it as well. So there we go. Wrapped up, corners protected, and into a bag. Now, packaging supplies. So I've got a few rules to make sure that I don't run out, and I didn't follow them this last couple of weeks because orders volumes have been so slow that I haven't needed to follow the rule, and when orders are down, cash flow's down, so I don't want to be going out spending another 30-40 quid on packaging supplies before I need to. LU7 these are going to. But what I didn't do was consider what the new rule should be. So typically what I do is when I get down to the last of something, so the last bag of bags, or the last roll of bubble wrap, then I order 2 more, so that I get another couple coming in. Then when I get down to the last one again, so I've always got like a bag or a roll of something ready to go, and I'm not going to run, unless I had a ridiculously busy day, which would be great. I'm not going to run out. The bags aren't an issue because I'll always get next day delivery on those. Oh, there's DPD. Oh, it's coming today before noon. That's a good sign. Let's hope it actually shows up. But I'm going to go ahead and pack these anyway. So yeah, when I'm running down, I stop there. Having gone away from that, I didn't think about when I should then order the next lot, which probably I should have said, right, when I've got half a roll, half a bag, let's get it ordered then. But I've actually ended up going down to maybe about a quarter of a bag of bags, and it was about a quarter of a roll of bubble wrap when I thought, oh, I should be ordering this, and then I've had a busy weekend and it's just used it all up. So lesson learnt there, stick to the plan. The plan's there for a reason. Stick to the plan. And if you need to change the plan, make sure you change it to another plan and don't just stop dead in what you're doing. Anyway, let's move on. The one non-book order. I've got enough bags to see me through just now, so that's alright. We Rocha, whatever it is, floral shirt XL. A wee shop that used to sell all their shirts and their jeans and everything for £2 a pop. So if I saw anything that was reasonably nice and I thought I could sell for a tenner or more, I would just pick them up. And that's where this and a lot of other shirts came from. They then, it's part of a big chain. They sold things cheaper than everyone else, but all of a sudden that changed and their prices went up to the still reasonable prices if it's for personal, but if you're trying to sell something, it doesn't do anything. So their prices went up and that took the fun out of buying from them. But that sold for £12.85, so £9.50 plus postage, and it's going to PE32. So I'll take that. And it's a rather light little package. Right, next, here's one of the goodies. Commando True Brit. So picked up 5 or 6 of these a couple of weeks ago. Now I've sold this one, I've got one left. The couple I've got left aren't the most valuable, still £8 for that one plus postage, so £11.65 all in, and the other one's for roughly the same price, so that's quite good. I've got a last tiny little bit of bubble wrap that I'm using for this one because it's a bit of a, oh no sorry I'm not, I've got another book that I'm saving that for. This is going into the wrap, keep it protected, and I'm going to put a wee bit of card around it. So I'm quite happy to use cardboard to wrap things up. Takes a wee bit longer, but it does make sure it gets there, and as long as it doesn't, using card doesn't take it over that 2 kilo weight, then I'm fine with that. It's the same price up to 2 kilograms, so it's not an issue. If there was 2 of these going, they would be over the 2 kilos anyway, so again, it wouldn't be an issue. Where's my cardboard? It's under here. So there we go. Offcuts. I very rarely use an actual box. I typically just use offcuts from various other boxes, which means if I'm in a shop and I've got a stack of boxes, I can say, can I have your boxes please? And it doesn't matter what size they are because I'll be able to chop them up and use them anyway. So that's that. Wrapped and protected. That's it, found it. There's that noise again. Goes on there, and then that'll go in a bag itself. So the bag to carry it, the cardboard to protect it from, impacts and getting bounced about, and then the wee bit of cellophane wrap on the inside, just in case the outer bag gets punctured and it ends up in the rain. That'll keep the book dry, I hope. Anyway, that is up to 1.5 kilos, and it is going to NG2. Feels like I sell a lot of stuff to the NG postcodes. That sticks in the head or not. It's something. Right, next was a wee bit curious. Where's Wally? The Wonder Book, book 5. I had 4 of these, and somebody's bought all 4. So I'm not going to complain. They've got a reason to do so. But the 4 of them, £9.21. That's including the postage on them. So I think I had them down for like £1.99 each. So they've got 30% off the total order when they've bought them. And yeah, somebody wanted 4 Where's Wally books. They're getting 4 Where's Wally books. Where is Wallister books? Where's Wally the Wonder Book? And these will go straight in a bag. So it's skinny enough for large letter, but they're not going to be light enough for large letter. Large letter goes up to 750, and these weigh 950. So it'll still be a small parcel. And they are going to PL8. Right. Wally is done. Right, next is a little bundle. Good 2-3 months ago, I picked up about 20 of these. Straight away, a big bundle of them sold. And then just a couple of singles have sold over the piece, and then that's a final bundle. I've got one of these left now. Laurel K. Hamilton. Looks to be that kind of romantic vampire-y type stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those in total going out. And I think they're going to be under the 2 kilos, which is a good thing. So let's just get them stacked up and give them a wrap. Make sure they're nice and secure. See if I can get them to balance up. It's not far away. So yes, the pallet wrap's good. It's just what I don't buy pallet wrap, but some stuff comes wrapped in it. So I reuse. The only new packaging supplies I ever buy are bags of bubble wrap and tape. So basically pretty much everything I buy new, apart from cardboard boxes and a wee bit of this stuff when I see fit to use it. Snip that one there. Yes. Recycle, reuse, all the rest of it. Whether you do it for the environment or to save a few pennies, it has the same effect. It means that new stuff doesn't need to be made, and it'll save you a few quid at the same time. So I'm just making sure that I can put some tape around this to keep the bundle together without putting tape on the books. Put that down there. So yeah, when I don't just use my bubbles and my bags, it does take a wee bit more to package them, but not massively, and it's really a one-off situation. The good thing is, if you put a good bit of tape around it, it turns it into a much more kind of solid brick-like package, so the books don't have the same room to kind of flex around and bounce against each other, even if they've got slightly less protection. Right. Backed up, and shortly to be backed up. Try to do all the crinkly stuff as far away from the microphone as possible. I hope you appreciate it. He says as he brings it back over and sits up the microphone. I don't have any fancy kit for making videos or anything. Tried doing it with my phone, but it runs out of space. I don't have anything fancy. Tried doing it with the GoPro. My son's GoPro, use it when he's out on his bike. But I have to keep stopping it and starting it because the wee bit of editing software I've got, I can only handle files of a certain size getting imported. So it's like every couple of minutes you need to stop it and start again and create a new file, which is just a pain. So at the moment I've got an old Chrome laptop thing and I'm just using its camera and microphone. So apologies for the quality, but until I make an awful lot more money, I won't be getting anything different. Right, next up is a couple of single books going. We have Norse mythology, Neil Gaiman. So we're doing the same thing with him. A wee bit of a protective wrap and into a bag. So I really don't like not putting stuff out all protected, but needs must. And I kind of thought about sending a few packages to myself, wrapped up different ways, just to see how they arrive. But I'm not convinced that would give me, you know, a fair in a bag, a fair picture of just how good and reliable different postal services are. Plus, it's like it would cost me the same as 2 rolls of bubble wrap to do that. Oh, I'm kind of swithering as whether or not I should or shouldn't go down that line, just to see what the most efficient way is to send things and try and save a few pence. But realistically, I'd need to use a bag no matter what, so that's about 10 pence a time. The bubble wrap is less than 10 pence a time, a couple of pence for the label, so I'd be saving a few pence on every order not using bubble wrap. Is it worth it? I don't think it is. I wouldn't save any particular time in doing it because I'd still need to protect the books in something in case that outer bag gets compromised. So yeah, I'm not going to cheapen it. I'm going to keep them reasonable and try and package things up as best I can. ME8 320, £2.85 plus postage. I just want to check if that will be large letter. No, it's not. It's small parcel. Right, next is another single book. Das Boot. Lothar Gunther Bochheim. I've never been sure how to say his name. Quite good condition. Everyone's probably heard of Das Boot. I think there's a new TV version of it out not long ago. Look at this. All wrapped up. We'll be doing it the same way. And this definitely won't be large letter because it's a big brick of a book. Wrap that around there. Das Boot, The Boat, one of the best novels ever written about war. And more stories. I remember sitting through the big epic series of it a good few years ago. It was the German series. I think it was quite good, but I'd been very young at the time and it involved a lot of reading to watch a TV programme, so that probably put me off a bit. Although now I quite like subtitled movies. For the most part, it means I can just turn the volume pretty low, and because you don't need to hear what they're saying quite as clearly. A lot of American movies, the various dialects that have developed across that mighty country, some of them are really difficult to work out what the heck they're saying, so I miss huge chunks of it. So foreign movies with subtitles, you don't miss a word. You may not be getting what they actually say because it's just some wee dude or dudette in a editing room that's decided what they're blethering on about, but still, there's some cracking movies out there if you expand that particular horizon. LS7, 500 grams, and that was £2. I took an offer on that actually. It was listed for £2.85, somebody offered me £2. It wasn't on a promoted listing, so that 80 pence would have gone, 85 pence that I discounted, I would have paid out to eBay if I'd sold it normally on a promoted listing, so they got that. £5.65 in total. I'm quite happy with that. Next is another single book. This is a vintage Agatha Christie, The Hound of Death, Collins Crime Club. So it's ex-library and it's from 1981 reprint. So yep, that one's going out, and that went for a tenner plus postage, so again not too bad. And that's the one I've kept a little bit of bubble wrap for, so we can get that all snug as a bug in a rug, or snug as a book in some bubble wrap. Make sure it gets to them in the same condition it left here. So you see a lot of Agatha Christie books out there, and if you've got like a first edition Christie or something that can be worth a fortune, but that's a rare thing to find. But how many times did I say but there? But if you find just vintage paperbacks, vintage hardcovers with the dust jackets, then you know you can get a few quid for them. Sold that bundle of 6 vintage paperbacks for a tenner just the other day. So if you've paid the right price, why the hell not? I think I got this one for free. Got a wee guy that I help out, and he was a collector back in the day, and he's clearing things out at the moment. So anything that's worth like real money, he's selling himself. But he's got a whole stack of things that they're only worth a few quid, so he just wants short of them, so he passes them to me now and again, and that was one of them. So £10, 13.65 all in, LE 67, and that probably cost me nothing. Another single book, Ken Follett, World Without End. So that's the one that comes after Pillars of the Earth, I believe. So we're doing the same thing with it. Give it a wrap, bag it, and get it out there. Stick that down a wee bit so it's protective layer. Put tape on that and actually completely missed taping it over. And into the bag. Russell, Darcy Bussell. And that is going to weigh, let's call it 800 grams, and going to CF61. And that was £3 plus postage, so £6.65, but it was promoted listings, so eBay will get another wee bite out of that. Right, we're getting rattled through these now. Another single book, The Mind Manual. Again, a type of book that if I see it for just my usual pickup price, I'll just grab it. Sometimes they're worth nothing, sometimes they're worth a few quid. This one sold for £5 plus postage, so that's, for me, that's quite good. I'm quite happy to take that. And get it bagged up and sent off. So what I'm going to do with this one is double bag it. So the first bag gets a bit of air in it, and the second bag protects it. As long as I've got enough bags, I'm quite happy to do that. So put it in that way, and then you put it in that way. Manual is 800 grams and it is going to SE28. Because it's double bagged, it's actually got quite a bit of puffiness and protection round about it. But it's in the pile. Right, next up we've got a lovely bunch. Nora Roberts in it, mate. Sorry, don't know why I did that. 5 Nora Roberts books, £1.99 each. Buy 3, get 2 free. So £9.62 for those 5 books. And I have run out of all sorts of wrap, so I'm going to pack them up in a wee while. The last sale, I think it's the last one, is Asterix Omnibus. Had a couple of these, had them down for like £6 or £7. Last one sold for £4 something on offer, and that one's going for a £5 on offer, so £5 plus postage, and it wasn't on promoted listings. Wow. So that would be £8.65 in total for that order there. And that's everything that we've got to go out on this fine Monday morning. I say fine because I actually remembered to put my heating on this morning, which means I'm not wearing like 5 layers of hoodies and shirts just to keep warm and work in my office. It's the half of the living room that's meant to be the dining room, so I need to get everything done, get the table cleared so me and the boy can have our dinner later on. But that's everything for this weekend. Let's see, not a bad weekend. This is going to be a ridiculously long video just to get things packed, but some of you might watch some of it, some of you might start it and go, stuff that for a laugh. But that's us for now. Love you, see you, bye.